Hello dolls! In today's video, I will show you how to achieve intricate cutouts in clothing that won't stretch or curl and will hold up in the wash. I'll explain the whole process and give you some tips for success along with 2 tutorials to get you started. For these tutorials, you will need 2 t-shirts, either fabric fusing material, iron-on seam, or washable fabric glue, extra fabric similar to the clothing you're cutting, a pair of sharp scissors, some paper, and something to draw and mark your clothing with. If you're using lighter colored fabric, a pencil or a pen will work fine, but you can also use fabric pencils or some chalk. If you're using fabric fusing material, you won't need any extra fabric. But if you're using glue or iron-on seam, you will need some extra fabric similar to the fabric of the garment that you're cutting. To start, I'll show you the basic idea with a cute little heart. I'll show you the technique with glue, which I don't recommend because it's stained, as you can see. First, decide where you want the design to be and then mark it on the inside of your clothing. Now, turn your shirt inside out and choose your design. I'm drawing a simple heart, so I'm just going to freehand it. Grab a scrap of fabric or fusing material slightly larger than needed and draw your design. Remember, it will be mirrored from the front. Then fuse or glue it to the inside of your shirt where you want the cutout to be. Once cooled or dry, cut out your design carefully with sharp scissors. I ended up making my heart bigger to try and cover the stain. And yeah, cats. So that's the basic idea, but it can get more difficult depending on the complexity of your design. So let's talk about letters. When cutting out letters, the easiest way to do it is to print out words from your computer or just draw some big thick letters. Now, when doing intricate shapes like letters, you're going to need to add a lot of connecting pieces to avoid drooping around curves and points. So add your connecting pieces. Then cut out your letters. Flip the paper so the design is backwards, and use the paper as a stencil on your fusing material or extra fabric. Leave about ½ an inch around the edge of your cutout and fuse or glue it to the inside of your shirt. Once it's dry or cool, very carefully cut out your design. Get creative with your cutout designs. They can be as simple or as complex as you want. So here's a slightly more complicated tutorial. I'll show you how I made this bee shirt. First, I used an image of a bee as a shape reference. Then I plotted out my cutouts so everything stayed connected but still resembled a bee. I also made it symmetrical so I didn't have to flip the design, and it's also just more visually pleasing. If you want a copy of this stencil, just comment down below and I can send it to you. Okay, so I cut out my stencil and then I traced it onto some fusing material. I cut around the design and then fused it centered on the inside of my shirt. Then I very carefully cut it out. And that's it! I know these tutorials are a little bit more work than my usual videos, so thank you so much for sticking around. If you enjoyed yourself, be sure to like this video, and if you want more, check out my other social media accounts. Subscribe to this channel by clicking here, or watch another video right over here. See you next week!